organized Jewry. What is organized Jewry? Because it's not just the state of Israel. It's not just the people who fund AIPAC and all these major lobbies that control our Congress, control our corporations. It's more than that. Mike, I'm going to throw a question at you, Chet. Is organized Jewry based on religion or race? Is it someone who has Jewish blood or someone who actually practices Judaism?
That's a great question, Lou. And I mean, there's a debate about that. I think it's both. I won't say it's one or the other. And it's mostly about race because not everybody in Israel is Jewish. Not everybody goes to temple every Friday or Saturday. I don't even know what they do, but there's a lot of atheist people, and they're part of it. They're part of that nation. They're in the government. It's a secular government. So I think it's more of the people of Israel, and anybody who supports it are obviously happy about this war. So their motivation is to proliferate Israel. Maybe it has something to do with the promises in the Old Testament, as would be indicated by Netanyahu's statements this week. So I think this is about more than a religion and more than a race, because it's definitely religious ties, but it's not just religion either.
If they're making radical theological decisions, it has to be on the basis of a religion, of an ideology. If we're defining an ethnic Jew, an ethnic Jew is a descendant of Abraham, and if we're making that distinction, that would mean that the Christians in the West Bank and Gaza are more closely related to Abraham than the actual white Ashkenazi Jews that occupy Israel in their government. That would mean that the Ayatollah is more closely related to Abraham as a direct descendant of Muhammad than Netanyahu. So is it on the basis of race? Maybe in a way for the religious Jews that are racially Jewish in one way or another, but this is an ideology. This is a sick ideology, and you could even say that they're terrible Jews. It's not the Old Testament Judaism that we know. This is something completely different. This is the synagogue of Satan, and people choose to be a part of this disgusting religion. And when it comes to like practicing Jews versus Jews that are not involved in organized Jewry, like think of all the people you knew growing up that were Jewish, and think of all the different bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs you went to. How many of them go to temple? How many of them practice and preach their faith? None of them for me. There might be a few that wave a flag, but they don't know what the fuck's going on. Their parents scared them into thinking that they're going to be holocausted if they don't speak up. So they do it. But for the most part, the Jews I know, the ethnic Jews I know, don't practice, and they hate the state of Israel. You may have a different experience, but that's what I've experienced. So I think organized Jewry, in order to be an organized Jewry, to have that organization, you have to be practicing. You have to be involved in the faith or in the sick ideology. Like they don't have to go to temple to be organized Jewry, but they have to be a part of a cult to be an organized Jewry. And I think that is a sickness. And I think they are religious zealots. I think they are making decisions on the basis of theology.